This is our mate Ed. He's the first ever winner of the Great British Bake Off. He's a magazine food stylist, a professional patissier, and admits that he slightly smells of butter.
Oh my God.
He is here today to show us
5 secrets to better cake decorating. Tip 1, ditch the old-fashioned frosting and use a meringue-based buttercream.
Now this is probably the more familiar version, buttercream, which is 2 parts sugar to butter.
Yep, but for me it's really grainy and it's just too sweet. What I'd much prefer to use is a meringue-based buttercream. It's what I think of as real buttercream. Basic ratio of 1 part egg whites, 2 parts sugar and 3 parts butter. Really, really easy to make, and the best thing is you can use any type of sugar, so I've used brown sugar to kind of give it that toffee caramel flavour.
So a really easy ratio, 1, 2, 3. If you want the full recipe, you can get it in the link down below.
Tip 2, use an ice cream scoop to portion out your buttercream.
Usually I just slap it on by eye, which is why I kind of blag my way through cake decorating. Why the scoop?
It's just a little tip so that you can measure out your buttercream really easily, so when you cut into the cake, all the layers are nice and even. Tip 3, always use a cake turntable.
Now this already looks more fun. I know when I'm decorating cakes, I tend to twist chopping boards and wire racks and move my way around the cake. So talk to me about the turntable.
Just the fact that the cake is spinning gently and the fact you can keep your hand in one position just makes it a lot easier to get a really clean, professional finish. You don't need to use kind of expensive metal ones like this. You can get really simple plastic turntables that are a lot cheaper and will do the job absolutely fine. Tip 4, crumb coat your cake.
Now this was a new phrase to me, so Ed, tell everyone about it.
Crumb coating, or dirty icing as some people call it, is just a way of putting a really thin layer of buttercream over the entire cake and it locks in any crumbs. We've got a really dark chocolate cake and quite a pale buttercream, and what that means is crumbs might come out into the finished cake and it'll look quite dirty. So just by putting a thin layer on, popping it in the fridge till it's set and firm, will just give you a really clean, elegant finish. And tip 5, how to give the cake the perfect swirl decoration.
If you've gone to the effort of following tips 1 to 4 and it looks this good, then you have to go the extra mile. What is it? So
all we're going to do is take the rest of our buttercream, it goes on top of the cake, and then using an offset spatula, you're just going to kind of tease it towards the edges, and then as it starts to peek over, you then just gently bring it down the sides and smooth it down into a nice even finish.
And the offset spatula is just that crank in the handle?
Just a little crank handle. It just means your hand's not likely to touch the buttercream, and it just makes it easier. So once the cake is kind of nicely covered, we're going to give it the swirl decoration. So for the top, all you need to do is place your spatula in the middle of the cake, and then just gently turn the turntable, and then slowly drag out the offset spatula, and we'll get a really nice swirl finish. And then for the sides, it's exactly the same. You're just going to hold it against the base, swirl the cake around, and then do the same again, just lift it up slightly, and just do that until you've kind of got a staggered swirl effect all around the cake. It looks awesome. So that's 5 really simple tips, but together they really do make a difference.
They absolutely do. Thank you very much, Ed. If you guys have got any other tips to add to that, then comment down below. Make sure you're following Ed's profile on Sorted Food, and of course check out his YouTube channel for loads more stuff like this.